Welcome to Approved with Megan and Wendy, the podcast where we each share one item every week that we're currently using and loving. We're your hosts. I'm Megan Samarin.
And I am Wendy Nielsen.
If you want to hang out with us outside of the podcast where we share even more things we're using and loving on a regular basis, as well as just glimpses into our life, follow us on Instagram. We are at Megan and Wendy.
Heyo, we want to hear what you are using and loving. Send us an email, meganandwendy@gmail.com, or you can tag us on Instagram at Megan and Wendy.
And prior to the airing of this episode, I will be doing an update of our Amazon approved list. You can find just about every item we've ever recommended at meganandwendy.com/Amazon. Everything linked for you in one handy dandy single location. Wendy, what is the theme of your approved item this week?
It's an item that I use to cover up my gray hair. So here's the deal. I have not forever, but since 2020, I really like and I think I've actually even shared it here on this podcast, the spray, like root touch-up spray.
From
L'Oreal. However, I find like I get, 3 or 4 gray hairs right around the temple, and it's too hard to just get those little spots with that spray.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're going to recommend. Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I picked up the Clairol Temporary Root Touch-Up Concealing Powder in Brunette. Is this the item you thought I was going to share?
It is not.
Oh, okay then. It's basically like an eyeshadow palette. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It has a brush that comes with it, but I don't like the brush. I use a stiffer, flat makeup brush that I have because I think it's easier to apply. And look, when I get my roots done, yes, because I color my hair and my hair grows out fast and I have gray hair. But the ones at the temples, either like they don't take the color or I'm getting like gray hair overnight. Like it's just boom, 3 days later. And it bugs me.
It's like those chin hairs that come in and all of a sudden like, how was there a 2-inch long hair on my chin that I didn't notice? That doesn't happen to you?
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
You've never had a hair on your face all of a sudden be so long? No. You guys need to email us, meganandwendy@gmail.com. I know this is not a unique
I just maybe haven't gotten there yet.
Okay,
I mean, I have a lot of whatever. I've had a lot of other shit happen. So I would trade a chin hair for the other stuff I've gone through. Thank you very much.
Do you like it because it's more precise than the spray?
The spray is crazy. Even though it has like a tiny little nozzle on it to help like control, I can't spray it that close to my face without getting like, back in the day when they would have like spray hair for men, but like color that men would spray on their hair and then it looks like a helmet a little bit.
I can picture the infomercial now. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So that it creates that sort of kind of harsh line, that spray will.
I understand what you're saying.
So I get a little bit more artistic with the brush application, if you understand.
I do. And so it just washes out.
It just washes out. Yes. It says it's water resistant, which is funny because it does wash out. So I don't know, like maybe if you sweat or I don't know. I don't know. I certainly don't want to be Rudy Giuliani with like hair color dripping down my face.
Right.
It's priced anywhere from like $9 to $12, all over the board. But
I would imagine it lasts a good amount of time.
It's going to last me until I die. Yes.
If you're just using it in a tiny little spot like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, cool. Well, I think this week's product might be the least glamorous but most effective product I've ever recommended on this podcast. Listeners of our other podcast, I don't remember if I talked about this in a long story short episode or in a Patreon episode, but I took a little bit of a hiatus from the dentist accidentally. I didn't realize I had done that, but post-COVID, I made a dentist appointment and I went in and they said, so it's been 4 years since you've been here. And I truly don't know how that happened because my children and I go to the same dentist. So I was in that dentist office every 6 months and somehow never scheduled an appointment for myself. It doesn't make any sense. Nevertheless, my teeth had taken a beating in 4 years. I had developed a lovely teeth grinding habit, earned myself a very expensive mouth guard, needed a filling or two. Prior to that, I'm going to admit I was not the most effective or frequent flosser. And some people are regular flossers, and some people are like, flossing is for chumps. And I know you're out there, okay? And people who floss every day are like, if you don't floss, you're disgusting. And other people are like, y'all are buying into the big floss conspiracy. But
I floss every day. I'm team floss.
after spending $2,000 on my teeth at that visit, I became a pretty regular flosser. But 2 things. I apologize to the environment. I have to use a floss pick. I cannot handle the feeling of my thumbs touching like the inside of my mouth as I floss.
Yeah.
It makes me want to hit the roof. And so it's either dental health, which by the way is tied to cardiac health. Some things are more important. Or the environment. I'm so sorry. I use a floss pick. It is, I do. And I tried finding like the kind of floss pick that uses like a reusable handle, and they're all garbage. So I did find a new brand, but I need to tell you, I was using the Glide floss picks, which I like because they glide easily in between your teeth. But you know what the problem with that is it's because it glides so easily, it's not catching all of the things that it needs to. And I didn't realize it wasn't catching all of the things that it needs to until I accidentally purchased a different brand simply because I thought the packaging was sleek. And the brand is Grin. And I bought the double floss picks, FLOSSPYX, because it's edgy. And it has 2 strands of floss rather than 1. I will admit you have to do a little bit of like a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle between your teeth. It doesn't slide right between. It is either the texture of the floss or the 2 floss strands or a combination of the 2. It removes an unholy amount of debris from between my teeth. I can't believe I'm sharing this on a podcast that is distributed internationally. But the first time I thought that's a fluke between the first tooth. Nope, just kept going and kept going. And it's not just a one-time thing. So it is both horrifying and gratifying to use this product, kind of like a really effective foot file. You're like, this is disgusting but necessary. I have to tell you, I cannot wait to use this for the next 6 months and go back and have the dentist and hygienist be like, you are the model dental patient. I love this. And some of the reviews were like, it doesn't slide between your teeth. Y'all, you can't have everything, okay? You have to wiggle, 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 because if it slides, it's not gripping all the stuff.
Oh, gross.
Which I know it's disgusting, but if you're gonna do it right.
Well, I hear you about wanting a star on my dental chart. I got one of those like electric toothbrushes for Christmas. Well, actually, I bought it after Christmas for myself. And I'm hoping like when I go in for my checkup, they're like, wow, your teeth look amazing every day when I'm brushing with that thing. I'm hoping I get a pat on the head.
I got a Sonicare. I bought it for myself.
Yes, same.
Hey, the things that are exciting when you're 44, life changes.
Exactly.
I will say that this brand, they call themselves Earth Lovin' because they are made of recycled plastic. I don't know if the plastic is then recyclable, but at least we got one step down there.
You're trying, Megan.
I'm trying.
Send your emails to attention, Megan.
I recycle. I take all of my batteries to the e-waste recycling plant. I don't ever throw any electronic or paint or hazardous waste into the trash. I'm doing what I can. I use a reusable water bottle, people, but I recommend these. And they are $2.99 for 75 picks.
Fantastic.
And if you're flossing daily, that's like $1.50 a month.
I mean, I love that you did the math too.
It wasn't hard math. Right down the middle. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Approved with Megan and Wendy. Share your approved item with us. Tag us at Megan and Wendy on Instagram. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. You can leave them in your favorite podcast app, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.